I hear a lot of you are moving to Oregon right now. According to an end of the year 2025 survey by United Van Lines, which is a moving company, Oregon topped their list at number 1 for top 10 states that people move to in 2025. And we expect that trend to continue into 2026. So this video will be a quick introduction for people not super familiar who are considering moving to the Portland, Vancouver metropolitan area so you can find the exact right perfect spot for you. I'm going to do a quick breakdown geographically of the city. I'm going to talk to you about some hidden gems, some affordability, where you should live if you want to be next to certain amenities, and everything else that you should consider when you're making this move, relocating to Oregon. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Living in Oregon. I'm your host, Seth Marchant, licensed real estate broker in Oregon and Washington. Or if you're new to this channel, we've got hundreds of videos on our channel for people that are thinking about relocating to this area. Everything that you could possibly want to know, really digging deep into the neighborhoods, giving you a feel for what it looks like and what it feels like to live here. So make sure and subscribe if you want to see more videos every single week. And if you do have questions about relocating to Oregon or Washington, I invite you to call, text, email. However you want to get in touch, you can hit the QR code. That'll take you to our website, or you can find all of our contact information in the description below. It's never too soon to get in touch. No question is silly. Happy to help. Just make sure you get in touch as soon as you're thinking about making the switch. Let's jump into it with a quick geography lesson here and get you a lay of the land. Portland, like many cities, has a river running right through the middle of it, separates the east and the west. And so where are people moving to? I don't have the data for you, but I do have a lot of anecdotes because we've helped people every single month for years now relocate to the Portland metropolitan area. And two of the top areas that we see the most is Beaverton and Hillsborough. There's about 100,000 people in both of these suburbs. Downtown is right here. Got north right here, northeast over here, southeast over here. And this entire area right here is kind of the original suburbs of Portland. This is like one big grid. The west side over here was later developed, so this is where you're going to find a lot more of the new construction. This is considered northwest over here. You've got southwest Portland over here, and we've got a little sliver right down here that's new. A new designation, which is South Portland. A lot of development going on in that pocket, and that's a great area too, with lots of access, not too much congestion, and a lot of amenities. Portland is a tri-county area. Portland proper is in Multnomah County. We've got Washington County out to the west and Clackamas County to the south-southeast. Just to the north across the Columbia River is Clark County. That's where you'll find Vancouver. Again, we're also licensed in Washington. We've definitely helped people move over to that side of the river as well. Now, we've helped people move all over the Portland, Vancouver metropolitan area. The bulk of people are typically going to fall somewhere right around here. And a bigger reason being is because that is where a lot of the jobs are, known as the Silicon Forest, kind of a play on Silicon Valley. This is where Intel is, Nike. So we get a lot of people relocating specifically for jobs to those areas. Your top schools are roughly going to be in these areas. A lot of the top schools on the west side are going to fall around Bethany, Cedar Hills, Beaverton, and then Sherwood, Wilsonville, West Lynn, and then Lake Oswego. And for the most part, you're going to be able to find good schools at every level in all of those areas. It's going to be a little bit more sporadic in Beaverton because that is a more populous area. There are also good schools in the Portland School District, but they're much more spotty. If you want to find a combo of a good high school, primary school, and middle school, it's going to be a little bit tougher to do in Portland, whereas places like Lake Oswego or West Lynn or Sherwood, there's going to be a bunch of neighborhoods where you can kind of move anywhere and you're going to find top schools at every level. Another little pocket that we do see people looking to, even if they're over on the west side somewhere working, is we do see people kind of looking right around here in Happy Valley. This is a great area with a ton of amenities. Does also have very good schools, lots of very, very nice neighborhoods, and roughly maybe about 30 minutes. You're either going to take 205 to the 84 over to 26, or you may, depending on where you're going, shoot down 205 to I-5 over to 217 to get where you need to go. Could be 30, 35, maybe 40 minutes if you're far enough east, but not too far for some people. If you need to focus on public transportation, the Max line goes all the way out west to Hillsborough, all the way east out to Troutdale, Gresham. The one thing I will say about this area is real estate is going to be about as affordable as anywhere in the Portland metropolitan area. So if you're looking for affordability more than anything else, that's going to be one of your top spots to look. You can also go further south of Wilsonville towards Woodburn to find affordability. And if you're considering affordability going across the river over to Washington, real estate's going to be a little less expensive there. You also do not have state income tax. You do have sales tax, which is what offsets your income tax. Some people like to live in Vancouver. Avoid paying state income taxes. Shop down here, crossing over the I-5 or the 205 in Oregon, and avoid paying sales tax. Going to be paying on gas, but I think for a lot of people that use that little hack, it probably does offset. The money saved probably does offset the travel. A lot of people are coming here for the outdoors, for the nature. You've got the coast to the west, Mount Hood to the east. So if you want to be close to Mount Hood, anything over here, roughly in this direction, you're going to be no more really than an hour outside of getting onto Mount Hood. Once you get over this far west, you're roughly about an hour, maybe a little bit more, hour and 15 minutes from the Oregon coast. Once you get closer down to the core and you have to deal with congestion and traffic, getting outside of the city, you're getting kind of closer to like 2 hours. Wine country is just an hour to the south. Some hidden gem areas that might not come up too high on the radar for you. I mentioned Happy Valley. That is a great one. Going further down south here around Oregon City and getting down into Canby, which is kind of just considered right outside of the Portland metropolitan area, especially if you wanted something, as you can see all this green, you want something a little bit more rural, and Oregon City to Canby are both great options. Wilsonville also is going to keep you right about 30 minutes outside of Portland. That's going to have a ton of amenities, a ton of great neighborhoods, also a ton of new construction going on down there right now. So if you're looking for a larger, newer, bigger subdivision with a great community, there's a bunch of options down in Wilsonville. Also going to have a lot of similar options too if you're looking for new construction in this area. As far as hidden gems, look to Tigard and Tualatin, both great schools, lots of great neighborhoods, lots of great amenities, still close by. Another consideration for taxes, Multnomah County is going to be slightly higher than Washington and Clackamas County, specifically for you higher income earners. If you want something that's a little bit more of a blend between urban and suburban, I would suggest Multnomah on the west side. And on the east side, Selwood is a great spot too. Great little downtown, very walkable, or at least what most people would consider walkable area. And of course, just minutes outside of Portland. So largely, we are seeing people roughly kind of moving over in this area. Again, we've helped people move all over the place, including like downtown Portland, Pearl District. That is one of the hipper parts of Portland. Lots of great restaurants, lots of great shopping. If you're looking for something in that area right now as a buyer, it's definitely a great time to shop because we're about as close to a balanced or a buyer's market as you have, and specifically in that area, especially if you're looking for a condo. Condo market is very tough for sellers right now. So if you're a buyer looking for a condo, and especially in this area, you can expect a lot of concessions from sellers. Now, of course, there's a lot more nuance to all of these towns. And like I mentioned, we've got hundreds of videos on our channel, and we've broken down most of these towns specifically in that area that I just circled, a lot of it covering the west side where people are moving to. So if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, the granular, and see all of the neighborhoods within these towns really broken down, again, visit our channel. Make sure and subscribe to see new videos every single week, and leave me a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you thinking about moving to Oregon in 2026? And if this video helped, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, take care, everyone.